On December the 29th, 1972, Eastern Airlines Flight 401 crashed into the Everglades, killing 101 passengers on board. The cause? A burnt-out light bulb.
This is my 2 cents.
I want you to think of a challenge your startup is currently facing. Chances are it's low sales, slow growth, or not enough cash flow. So don't be the flight crew of Flight 401, fixating on a single problem so much that they forgot to fly the aeroplane. They inadvertently switched off the autopilot and didn't realize that they were losing altitude. 101 souls perished on board Flight 401 that day. The problem is you become so focused on that one challenge that you forget to fly the aeroplane. During my time as a commercial helicopter pilot, I met some interesting people. One of them being an elderly gentleman named Uncle Jimmy. Now, Uncle Jimmy was an old saffer. He carried this long metal rod that he used to tap on the instruments and also tap on my hands if I do something incorrect. So one dark night, he takes me to Pietermaritzburg Airport to go and do a cloud break procedure. The terrain, as you all know, is pretty hilly in that area. So the first practice session went pretty perfect. On my second attempt, however, all hell broke loose. The problem was, as I started a climbing turn to the left, I saw the automatic direction finder needle jump, and it was telling me to veer to the right. And in my mind, I remember that there is high ground to the right-hand side. I immediately started looking down, started fiddling with knobs, trying to switch the radio on and off, tapping the instrument with my fingers, dialing in on different frequencies for different beacons in the area. I didn't notice that we were slowly busy crashing. We were losing altitude. No one was flying the plane. Eventually, Uncle Jimmy felt uneasy and he took his metal rod and started hitting me on my hand, saying, "Who the hell is flying this damn airplane? It's certainly not you." That reality jolted me out of my fixation, and I applied full power, leveled the wings, and started flying out towards Margate. At a safe altitude, I started fiddling with the knobs again. Again, Uncle Jimmy started hitting me on my hand, saying, "Trust your instruments, son." I was in such a panic, started fiddling with other stuff in the cockpit. He told me, "Sit on your hands. Stop doing anything. We're still flying. We are not crashing. We are safe." I learned a valuable lesson in business that day. And whenever I have a problem, I can still hear Uncle Jimmy's voice in my ears. Trust your instruments, sit on your hands. So next time you have a challenge in your business and you feel your throat closing and just feels like death is imminent, remember this. Step 1, fly the aeroplane. Business as usual. Don't neglect other business functions. Number 2, sit on your hands. In other words, do not take any corrective action until you fully understand the problem. And when you do take corrective action, number 3, be patient. Wait for the corrective action to show a result. And then finally, number 4, trust your instruments. So what are your instruments of business? They are financial reports, things like your profit and loss account. I promise you, if you follow Uncle Jimmy's procedure, chances are you will not crash and kill your startup business. Comments down below, like, share it, go to my website, send me some hate mail, and let's keep this conversation going.